Yo, what it do? It is your boy Warnstar. This is the cast 615, another edition, baby. Yeah, sorry it's been MIA for a minute. You know, I had been doing a lot of research, and I just want to say shout out and thank you for your patience. But we back up in this thing, and episode 3 is how to take care of yourself mentally, financially, and on the best way how you need to be. Now, a lot of people always want to know, what are you doing the things to become successful? Are you putting in the work? Are you making in the sacrifices? Are you getting the knowledge? Are you getting the understanding and comprehension of what does it take for you to be balanced mentally, physically, and financially? Now, everybody know in today's society with everything going on, you know, we got prices going up in America. We got the economy kind of going up as well when it comes to, you know, being a consumer-based country and this, that, and the other. But we are understanding more mentally how to stay self-aware, mentally how to keep ourselves positive in the best aspect. Now, and another thing that's going on, not only mentally but physically, have you been taking care of yourself and putting in a lot of work? Now, we're going to talk about on this episode about how to prepare yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually, and also financially, but also we're talking about how to stay balanced when it comes to a lot of things that bother us in everyday life. Now, I'm not going to lie. Everybody go through ups and downs. Everybody go through challenges. So it may be some in relationships. It may be some in financial partnerships. It may be even some with your everyday life. However, are you really doing what it takes to keep yourself motivated, inspired to push forward? Are you doing the research that you need to become a better individual? That's like an example of you trying to set a goal and say you wanted to stop smoking, or you wanted to stop some type of addiction. Are you putting in the work to see what it takes to actually make that change possible? Now, in a mental aspect, it also comes to changes into the psychological behavior of changing your attitude or changing the patterns that you are so used to being in some type of habit form. Now, that could be you being in the understanding of knowing, like, for example, mentally, if you're trying to quit something or you're trying to cut something out or cut something off, like you will remove yourself. So are you removing yourself away from negativity? Are you removing yourself away from people that's going to not take you to the place you need to be? Are you removing yourself from the individuals that's around you that is hurting you or hindering you? Many people in today's society know what we got to do in life in order to grow. However, we like to procrastinate on the what ifs. What I call the what ifs is the mental procrastination of what you need to do without you actually taking action. Now, this can be some of you in relationships talking about, what if I would have done this? Would have been better out on this way? Or what if I would have made that choice in a job dynamic when it came to a better outcome or a better source down the road? Now, not only that, I feel like this is even helping you balance yourself even when it comes to relationships on the friendly and even romantic level. Now, all of us all know when it comes to relationships, that's one of the main key things that we want to stay balanced. Now, my key thing to ask you when it comes to relationships, are you balanced with yourself in order to be balanced with your spouse? Meaning, are you willing to put in the work that your spouse recommend for you to go through in order to achieve the relationship? Or is it going to be vice versa? Now, most women don't like to take accountability, and ladies, don't get mad at me. It's just statistically known that y'all don't take accountability, but we got to be on men. You got to fault yourself too for allowing the daughters that we raised to be unbalanced by letting them have everything they wanted for being a princess. Don't get mad at me. I'm just a messenger. Now, also, what we're going to talk about today, let's go ahead and talk about it and get into it. Now, my key thing is, what are you doing financially? Because this is more about a financial episode, okay? So, what are you doing financially to put yourself in the right spot? Now, I know me, and I'm just going to talk off me. I wanted the type, I'm not going to keep up with the Joneses, and I'm going to be 1,000 with you. I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses. I'm not trying to keep up with anybody because, for one, at the end of the day, I run my own race in how I work. I run my own pace in being what I need to be. Now, the difference between me is because I turn around and do the research and use the tools that I need to get me to a place where I know I'm going to have to make that sacrifice in order to grow. See, I'm a logical type of person. I'm not going to spend my time out here trying to keep up with individuals with the latest fashion. If I'm trying to grind and I'm trying to get myself up what I need to be, what Jim Carrey said in a meme, shout out to Jim Carrey, he said, in order for you to be successful, you got to take a year off and take a time out and make the sacrifices from the things that you like to do and cut it off for a year. Now, what I've done exactly that. I gave it 2 years. I cut it off. And it is a very financial, influential push. Now, it's been a lot of friends were like, hey, Juan, won't you go to the club, this, that, and the other? No, I'm busy right now. Hey, Juan, why you ain't buying this type of fashion and this type of fashion? I'm busy right now. Why just that? The whole time, I was turning around and investing and taking the time out. I started learning more about stocks and bonds. I'm not saying I'm great, but I started learning more about the long-term investments. I started looking more about how to cut off the middleman when it comes to clothing. So I started making my own clothes. Or when it comes to like me being an individual, I started using my gifts and the resources. God gave me these hands right here to make candles. God gave me these hands to use manual labor for being a man. So what I done, I use my mind, which is knowledge, to gain the information that I need to keep myself on a financial balance. I made the sacrifices removing myself from people that's not worthy of my time, for people who's not worthy of my energy, for people who's not worthy of my knowledge. And I removed that and started focusing more on the things that I needed to do. Now, for me to tell you on a financial aspect, I set goals. That's what I done. And when I start setting in goals, I stuck with the plan. And that's when it comes to your mental of changing your behavior or changing your behavior patterns when it comes to you and your financial means or you and your relationship means or whatever means that you need to help yourself grow. You got to understand when it comes to you being more of that light that you need to be or that vessel, you got to see the real you mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, and emotionally. You got to be in a balance with yourself. Now, that's just like, for an example, are you going to give your money to somebody who financially unstable or financially who can't keep money and you got a whole ton load of money? Come on, let's be 1,000. You're not going to give your money to anybody. So that's the same thing that goes with your time. That's the same thing that goes with your mental capability. You got to stop giving people your all unless it's being reciprocated. And I feel like some of y'all are understanding that lesson. Some of y'all are turning around and doing the work that you need to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, on a financial aspect, are you going to turn around again and give your money to somebody who's not even worthy of your time or don't even have the knowledge of how to invest or push your money up? Now, that also goes with relationships. This also goes with your physical health. Y'all take it as it go, or when whatever information is knowledgeable to your mind, let it be. Let it sink in so you can understand. Because in today's society, you gotta understand. In today's society, the economy is so messed up right now where financially you need to keep yourself balanced. Most people can't even, now I commend you, but most people can't even be in a single in a single household right now because the economy that went up where it leaves more people stuck in relationships off of financial mean or financial support. See what I'm saying? Now I come in because I got it out the grind, and I ain't gonna lie. I'll be truthful with you. I got it directly out the mud when I went through mine. I made the sacrifices. I had to cut off things. I had to work 2 and 3 jobs. I had to get to every place that I need to be. I had to pay off debts to society. I had to pay, all type of things, and I took care of that. I had to take care of my responsibilities. What the government made me pay without, what they strong arming your money and this, that, and the other. But that's another topic. So what I'm telling you is, for you to stay balanced, you got to make sure you write down your goals. You got to make sure you keep yourself stable. You got to make sure you're doing everything that you need to do in your life in order to grow, in order to extend. Set them goals down. If people not meeting your goals, especially when it comes to friends, if you got friends around you that's keeping you downhill, I don't care if you're a YN or an old head, you need to remove yourself away from them individuals. Even if you're in a relationship and that person is not helping you grow, it's time to let it go. You got to keep moving forward without looking back. And the problem is with some people, we be so stuck on trying to help individuals mentally, physically, and want that companionship and want that compassion. What it does for us is stop our own growth. And it create our finances, since we still on the financial aspect, it create our finances to decrease. It create our emotions to decrease. It create our inspirations to decrease. All why? It's all because what we allow people to do. Without us holding ourselves accountability, be like, yeah, I messed up. I dropped the ball. I let that person do that to me, man. Now I know better. But mentally, the key things I can say on a mental aspect of keeping yourself better is meditation. Or if some of y'all don't want to meditate, find a long time to write your goals and think about how you need to complete them. Make sure you take time out to pray. Like whatever your spiritual preference. Some believe in Allah, some believe in Jesus Christ, some believe in Yahshua, some believe in whatever source that you believe, the universe or whatever. Make sure you do whatever necessary for you to grow in a positive light. If it's going to help you grow and elevate yourself, do that. Stop hanging around these people that don't want to give you what you need and give you what you require. And you know your value, you know your worth, so it's time to keep yourself balanced. If you go back and look at every time that you fell short on something, I bet you can realize you was either intoxicated or you was in some type of emotional downpour at that moment. So what I'm telling you now is, mentally, keep yourself balanced. Spiritually, find a connection with the universe, or find a connection with God, or find a connection with Jesus, find a connection with whatever your religious preference. Do the work, move positive. Keep yourself aligned and keep yourself balanced to the point where, and I'm going to tell you when you fully heal, when you stop worrying about what a person doing and you stop letting that stuff stress you out if you in a relationship or any hardship, that's when you fully heal. So, with that basically being said, y'all already know how I'm going to do this thing. Y'all know I'm finna have to step out in the city a little bit later. Y'all stay tuned today, but this is episode 3. Yeah, it's a little short cap, but we're going to get more into this thing. I just want to say I love you. God love you. Make sure you love yourself. That's the most important thing on the channel. Hey, till I see y'all until the next time. This is the cast. Yep, this is Juan Stuff, baby.